Thank you.
All right, guys, we're back. We've got Paula Sillinger with us. Am I pronouncing your last name right, Paula? I don't ever know.
You are. Yes,
good.
spot on.
Guys, Paula, 1, is beautiful.
Yes.
2, dresses amazing.
Yes.
And 3, is a hardworking smarty pants, and we can't wait to talk to her.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And how cool is it that International Women's Day was yesterday?
Yes.
Did you hear me?
Talking about that, we're like
Right?
so serendipitous.
And to everyone watching, I think if you know a woman who has accomplished something, you need to salute that success and root for the rise.
Absolutely.
Yes. Amen.
I'm so
Paula.
glad you said
I'm
it,
liking
yes.
that, sister.
And you know, speaking of women who are successful and doing it for themselves, this young lady right here.
Okay, so Paula is the founder of a great website called Rickety Rack.
Yes.
Now, we have had Paula on before back when we were in our old format, but we kind of get a new audience. We might ask you some same questions to reintroduce you. So Paula has a great clothing company. It's called ricketyrack.com. Very cute dresses.
Extremely.
Not just dresses. Okay, we've got pants in there, we've got blazers, we've got accessories. But for those who aren't familiar with you, so first of all, you've got a degree in gender studies.
I do.
Which I love. So how did you go from a degree in gender studies to operating an amazingly successful clothing brand?
Great question. I just think everyone's on kind of a non-linear path these days. When you go to get an education, like, you're not really thinking, oh, I'm going to use this, and it's just kind of more out of interest or curiosity. And it's just, and what I will say about that is you need to go where the winds blow you, because people get in their minds that they need to be on a certain path, and if a door closes, it closed for a reason, and that's like a favor for you. It's like a gift, and you need to go wherever the new door opens, because there's always a better door if one closes. So I mean, I wanted to be in America for the degree. I ended up in London. I came back to America. I wanted to teach gender studies. You know, the wind was blowing me like toward fashion in LA, so I just kind of rolled with that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So when you got this idea, then you're going to kind of go with the fashion. Were you just like, well, I think I would like to sell fashion. I think I would like to.
Yeah, I had been selling for quite a while, and it felt natural. And I will say, coming to LA and just discovering all the amazing resources here, that's just what it took. That was it. I came to the city, discovered the fashion district. I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
Why isn't everyone doing this?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, especially in this generation with so much technology and resources at your disposal, there's no excuse why you're not just going to propel yourself into that and take advantage of that and make something great happen.
Okay,
I like that.
I like that too. Now, I know that, like I said, Chrissy's had you on the show before, but for those viewers who are new to us, tell us what was step 1 for you, because a lot of people have that entrepreneur bug in them.
Sure.
But they need a little bit of steering in the direction of how do I get to the start line.
Step 1 is to identify what your skill is, what your talent is. And I know Martin Luther King said, you know, we can't all be famous, but we can all be great, and everybody is great at something. And that's just what you need to identify straight off, and everybody has something. And it should be pretty easy. I mean, you have a long life to live. You're engaged in so many different activities through the years. So once you have that, you know, you need to team it with the right place, and you need to make your environment work for you, because so many times there are obstacles in people's environments that are hindering them from realizing their goals. There are the wrong people who are creating negative energy. There are the wrong, there's the wrong, like, they don't have the resources at their disposal to catalyze their dreams. So you just need to make your environment work for you after you discover your talent, and I think the rest kind of falls into place.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't been to her website, and if you don't know, you've kind of become a real hotspot for celebrities.
Yes.
Which is amazing. So for those who don't know the story, how did that first initially happen?
Okay, so it's so funny when you're in LA, everyone's telling you there's something. I look a little closer and I'm like, this girl was on Project Runway. This girl was modeling for Guess. this girl just did Sports Illustrated swimsuit. You are Melissa Haro, right?
Oh,
She's
wow.
like, yeah. I'm like, awesome. Why are you buying clothes from me? She's like, I just moved into town. I need some designer clothes. I'm doing photo shoots. Let's connect. That's the beauty of this city. So many people you can connect with, and just whatever you were doing, like, magnifies that.
Yeah.
And so she's like walking red carpets in the dresses, and I mean, obviously that, you know, just
Yeah. That's what yeah.
yeah.
And how did do you know how she first came across you?
I actually was selling clothing on so many different platforms. She found an ad on Craigslist.
Wow.
like,
Well, isn't that interesting?
Especially someone of her caliber, you wouldn't
Right.
expect her to be on Craigslist.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious.
No, that's one of those things where, like, you know, just going down the rabbit hole. Like, how did that happen? It's a very interesting story too, because your shop is your store itself is in Beverly Hills, correct?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not a brick and mortar store.
No, not
Everything's
yeah.
online.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I just want to make sure we clarify that, because I know some people are going to go to the website and they're going to be like,
Everyone
they're going to
just
see
comes to
Beverly
Beverly
Hills,
Hills.
and they're going to like make sure it's a destination. They're going to be like, wait a second, it said it was in Beverly Hills. So.
And that's just mainly because it's so nice not to have overhead, not to worry about
Oh, of
employees,
course.
not to worry about insurance. It just, I'm all about simplifying my life.
Right.
That's why I don't connect with too many people, because I feel like people complicate things a lot. And so you really got to be particular about your company, because not only that company is going to complicate things, but they also influence you. Choose your company wisely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So one thing that I think is really cute and clever about your website, every dress name, and there's so many, there's hundreds of dresses, has the cutest and most interesting name. How do you not get burnt out on thinking of like clothing item names?
You know, it's those fashion publications, Vogue, Elle, Marie Claire. You turn the pages and they're like, their editor's job is to make every page grab your attention. So you
Yeah.
have like a collage of fashion, and then in the middle they have like flamenco fantasy, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, where did they come up with that? And that's poetic, and
Yeah,
I need to
yeah,
use that,
absolutely.
and that's going to sell something. So it's pretty much, you know, in these fashion publications.
Oh, that's really
I
cool.
have a little notebook, and I write everything down, and yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of fashion publications, you've been in a few, girl.
Yes.
We've got Vogue,
Just a few.
Elle, Harper's Bazaar,
Yes.
Glamour. I mean, am I missing any?
Marie Claire.
All the majors.
I mean, all of them.
The
though.
September issue.
There you go.
I mean, we said the word Vogue. What else do we really need to say?
Right. That was probably the highlight. I mean, one of the highlights on my path was when Vogue reached out to me and said, hey, you know, one of your dresses is awesome for our little vintage section. Had like cherries all over it.
Yeah.
They're like, we need to put it in. I'm like, okay, Vogue, what do you need?
Yeah,
I'm
take
at your
it.
disposal.
Right.
Yeah, and then when they do that, then everybody else wants to get on board and do it. So
Yeah.
it's just all you need really is just one person to recognize whatever it is that you've put so much of your energy into, and most people follow suit.
Now, one thing also I think that a lot of the fashion industry sees is that your clothes are coming from, well, I would like to say cruelty-free demographics. Like,
Yes.
you refuse
Yes.
to, you know, go to anywhere that has
Slave
you deal
labor.
with slave labor or sweatshops.
Right.
Why don't you get into that? Because
Yes,
I don't think
please.
people really realize that when they get that $7 dress.
Oh, yeah.
That they're what they're supporting.
Right.
Right.
So the reason why companies like Forever 21, Zara, Topshop, H&M are able to sell clothes for such a low price is they're taking them from countries that don't offer fair wages, fair working conditions, fair anything, practically speaking, to the people who are making a living, making the clothing, and spending a lot of time away from their families and investing a lot of their energy into making something for someone that they don't even know, that they don't even see, they don't even know where their work is going. And it's really our responsibility as a consumer not to subscribe to that or support that, and you really need to do your research as far as where your clothes are coming from. So basically everything sold at Rickety Rack is coming from America, the UK,
Yeah.
or ethically sourced clothing and fair labor kind of areas in China. And there are some. Everybody always, China has the worst stigma as far as factory conditions and all that.
Yeah.
But It's actually Cambodia and Vietnam and Bangladesh that are
The worst.
Yeah. So yeah, everything's like
Yeah.
well researched, and you
Yeah.
can be confident when you make a purchase there.
Which brings up, on your website you do talk about, most of your pieces are priced at $50 or above, and that is why.
Yeah,
Because
that's why.
you're supporting
Sure.
people who are making a proper wage.
Absolutely. It's one of those things, the old adage, you get what you pay for.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes,
one, you
thank
want
you.
high quality, and two, you also want something that's ethically good. I mean,
Yeah.
feel good about what you're doing. Give to like when you feel good about what you're putting on your body, as much as you are as you're putting into your body. as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I might add, you have dresses on there, one that I actually looked at this morning, that apparently Kim Kardashian wore, which actually has no bearing on whether I buy something. But the point of what I'm saying is, it was a super cute dress, and as far as really nice dresses go, it was $120. And people are out there spending, $500 to $1,000 on really nice, designer-worthy dresses.
Well, even the celebrities themselves are
Yeah.
spending like $10,000 to $20,000
Yeah.
when it was so great. I saw Taylor Swift walk out, and there was all this attention to her $5,000 outfit, which was literally this dowdy green tank top, like cut off shorts and forgettable boots.
Yeah.
And she's spending $5,000. So
Which is insane.
It was great. I took a picture of myself in a $5 outfit. Literally everything I got came from the fashion district. It was like gorgeous,
Yeah.
crisp lace, like long, like everything was so elegant. And I just put these pictures of Taylor Swift and myself side by side, threw it up on social media. I'm like, how is it that my outfit is $5 and hers is $5,000? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
Fashion and the money you spend on fashion, it's like, there's no correlation between how good you can look and how much money you spend on the fashion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you also have, you do have sales on the site too. You do have an item, you got $20 things on there too. So there's a lot of really cute stuff, guys. Amazingly cute stuff.
Yeah, and one thing that I like, as I think Chrissy and I have spoken about that, and as women, and men probably too, but as women, don't you love when someone compliments you on an outfit and they go, oh my gosh, I love that top. Then you can say, I got it at Rickety Rack and
Right.
I only paid this and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let me get their information. Women, we spill out that information. Like, there's a local boutique I love to go to. Veronica M. She has 3 stores. I'm always talking about that. So when people stop me, the best clothes I've ever gotten never came from a Nordstrom
Absolutely.
or something like
Right.
that. It always was from a vintage shop or a local owner. So support
I
small
think,
businesses.
yes, those stories are so charming. There's something so great when you kind of know the person behind what you're purchasing. Like,
Yes.
there's this guy who just came out with a line of hot chocolate. I think it's Treehouse chocolate. And he just moved to Hawaii and hung out in a banana tree for a couple of years and researched okay, all the hot chocolate on the market is just sugar. I'm gonna fly to Peru and get the best of the best. And that's what he did. And I'm like, why don't I go and buy this and everything else that I buy have a cute story behind it?
Right.
And know when I'm making that purchase that this guy started from nothing. He made his dream come true. I'm going to support him. I'm not supporting a corporation.
Yes, I love that. And another great thing about her site too, guys, it's really well organized. You can go on there, if you have something in mind, it's for a wedding, it's for a graduation, whatever, and sometimes it's hard when there's something with a lot of inventory, but she has it broken down into all those categories and subcategories, so you know where to click to get what you want, which makes it really, really easy to use. And I might add, and I wanted to ask you, you have a live chat feature. So if you're wondering about your measurements and how does something fit, they offer that they will take the exact measurement of the outfit.
Yes.
Sometimes it's scary to buy online, you don't know if it's going to fit, and they will tell it to you. And I wanted to ask you, is the chat with an actual human?
The chat is normally with me.
Well,
There you go. There you go.
I'm responding to every email personally. I package every order still. And it's important to me to be involved in that process. I know when a lot of companies scale and they get big, they lose those personal touches. It almost always inherently comes with the territory. They get giant warehouses. Their customer service is so hard to access. So I'm kind of trying not to go in that direction. I've had opportunity to.
But she's avoiding, and we like it. So seeing as how you kind of own the world already, is there anything out there that you're still kind of looking to get into, whether it's fashion related or not fashion related?
Yeah, so I'm always going to be involved with fashion, but I do, like all of us here, especially in LA, love movies and am so interested in the processes behind how they're made, and would love to be like a little independent director someday.
I like that. That's
would love
great.
that, yeah.
Well, with your zeal and your zest for everything, I see you doing that because she's already saying,
Right?
hey, I want to stay independent and
Yep.
eliminate that overhead. So next time you're on our couch, we could be introducing your movie.
Yeah, and just to know that I had success with this, and I'm just like everyone else watching this at home. Like, I came from a really small town. My parents came from like the other side of the world. Like, might as well be another planet. Like a really, really, really small village, and they came from nothing, and to just have the opportunity to make something happen the way I did, it's so encouraging, and there's absolutely no reason that anybody out there can't make it happen for themselves.
Yes,
There you
guys.
go.
So get it. Get your
Yes.
dream. Take a hold of it and pursue it. You can make it happen.
Yes.
True success story right here.
And if you want to shop, which I know you
Yes,
all
please
want
do.
to, it's ricketyrack.com.
You got it.
Get there, guys. We love Paula. We love her clothes. She's welcome back on our show
I'll be here.
anytime she
Thank
wants
you.
to be here. We're going to take a quick break because it is time for live performance, guys,
Yeah,
which
so
we're
you guys
very
ready?
excited about. Shawnee Rose and Paula, thanks, girl. And do you want to plug any social media, anything, or just Rickety Racks, whatever you want?
Just everything, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's just Rickety Rack.
Easy to use. Get it. All right, guys, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Okay.
Hi, guys. We're back. We now have a keyboard.
Yes.
We're just changing things around here, and we thought a keyboard would make the set beautiful.
Yes.
And we also have Shani. Whew.
Shani.
Rose.
Yes.
Hey, girl, hey. She's obviously a musician. I don't think she just cares this for fun. And we're going to get into a little bit about you. So, how did you first get started with music?
A long, long time ago. I learned how to play piano when I was 7, and from there I joined the jazz band in high school.
Ah.
I went to USC to study music at Thornton School of Music.
Yep.
And fell in love with songwriting.
Yeah.
When I took the class there. So that's the short version.
That's the short
Okay,
version. That's
okay.
a really great short version. So one thing I've noticed about your music and that you also speak of is you talk about wanting to do inspiring songs and uplifting and positivity.
Yeah.
And you kind of have this theory that, if us, the consumer, the listener, is inspired in some way by your music or impacted, if we reach out to you and tell you about it, that once again fuels your inspiration process, and then it's just this beautiful circle that keeps going. Yeah?
Oh, that's cool that you saw that. Yes. I just did a big Kickstarter for my EP, and that was one of the big things that I was telling everyone. It's so amazing in music when it's shared, and then in turn, like, it's so fulfilling when somebody comes up to me and says, like, oh, that song changed my day. Like, that
Right.
happened last night. We did my friend and I are doing a tour, actually, and we did a kickoff show in downtown
Yeah.
LA at the Whole Foods, and this girl came up to us and she's like, yeah, you changed my night by doing that, like, after she saw a duet that we did.
I love
And it just
that.
changed my night, because I was like, that's why I do this. Like,
Right.
this is the reason. So,
Right, absolutely.
you know.
Speaking of the tour,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the tour.
Yes. Okay. So it's really exciting. It's called the Road Less Traveled Tour, and my friend Katie Ferrara and I are partnering with Whole Planet Foundation, which is the charity organization of Whole Foods, and what they do is they provide small loans to women entrepreneurs all around the world,
Yes.
to help them start their businesses and get them out of poverty, which
Yeah.
is like the coolest. It's the coolest cause, and like both
Absolutely.
Katie and I are really like passionate about it and excited about it. We're both women entrepreneurs also,
Right.
so it's
Yes.
like we really connected to it. And they started this program called Musicians for Microcredit, and where basically they support us and we support them. So Katie and I came up with this idea of doing this tour of in-store Whole Foods performances from LA to Austin for South by Southwest. So
Yeah.
Nice.
so we just kicked it off yesterday in LA, and then tomorrow we're going to Palm Desert, then Phoenix, Tucson, and Austin. So
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, let's
Thank you.
Congratulations. Chris and I were talking about that. When we
Yeah.
said that, Whole Foods is sponsorship. Whole Foods is major.
Yeah.
So,
it's pretty cool, and I love Whole Foods. I'm just like,
Justin,
Yes.
right?
I'm going today.
I grew up. It's across the street over there. I grew up like going there with my mom back in the day, so it's
Natural.
part of my childhood too.
Right,
so
right,
I just
right.
I'm
Warm,
really
fuzzy feeling.
exactly. So I'm really like happy to be a part of it, and we're hoping it grows. And what we're doing on the tour is we're donating a portion of our merchandise to Whole Planet, and our goal is to raise $187, which is enough to for one family to have a loan outside of
great.
the U.S.
Wow.
That's amazing.
to start their whatever they need to
Yeah.
start. So it's really not a lot, and we're
Yeah.
hoping to reach the goal.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna
it'll be
exceed
really
that
cool.
goal.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
That's amazing. And speaking of goals and money and exceeding, so you just had a Kickstarter, as you were saying.
Yes.
And what I thought was interesting is you were raising funds for digital download, for music video, right, and for an actual physical record,
Yes.
CD, right? And the goal was 10 grand, and I was like, I didn't know it cost that much money to make
Yes.
a digital download and a music video.
Yeah. So my initial goal was $7 grand, and then my stretch goal, that's what they call it
The
on
stretch goal,
Kickstarter,
okay.
was $10 grand, which would help me do the video
Yeah.
and the and also a tour, like an extended
Yeah,
tour,
that's great.
more than just this one. So we almost reached the stretch goal. We got to $9 grand, so it was pretty
Which
close.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Hats off.
but every little part of it adds up, and it's not only the production of it, like
Right.
working with a producer and hiring him, and manufacturing the CD, doing artwork, doing
Yeah.
just so many little things that come
That
up that you
just
don't
all
like the
add up.
music video, the marketing, like hiring a PR company, and
Right.
it's so important to have all those elements because when you don't have them, it kind of you're just like, here, I'm done with the CD,
And you're like, I hope it
And
catches
then-
fire on YouTube.
that's it, and then it's just like, what now?
Right,
So,
right.
you're always trying to invent and figure out a creative way to continue
continue.
to get it out there and give it some more life. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you also just played at the booth, right?
Yeah.
So what is the booth for those who don't know?
Yes. Okay. So the booth is this really cool new Facebook Live show, and they have musicians on, I think, a couple times a week, and it's kind of a Facebook Live acoustic show. So they perform a couple songs. They talk about what's going on, and what they started to do recently, which is super, super cool, and I got to be one of the first people to try it, is this one-take live music video. So,
Wow.
so what we do is we figure out, okay, where are we going to stand, what are we going to do, a few hours
Yeah.
beforehand, and then what I did is I played my songs, and then we set up for the music video, and literally, like, on Facebook Live, they played the audio of my single, which was like the release show, and then we just did the video. So it was really
Wow.
cool.
That's
It was
so cool.
like a lot to remember,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like crazy, but it was really fun, and I think that's something really unique and something that we haven't
Yeah.
seen before on
Yeah.
Facebook Live, and I think they're doing a really good job with it, and I am really excited to see what happens with their channel and everything.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
guys check out the booth. There's some really great artists on there, and they're doing some really cool stuff.
That's
Now,
awesome.
when they do this video on the booth, are people able to go back and access it and reshare it like they do with other things?
Yeah.
So why don't you guys make sure you're doing that? Go to
Yeah,
the
the
booth.
music video is on there, on their site, or on their Facebook page.
Yeah,
rather.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're really excited to hear you play.
Yes.
Do you want to
Cool.
tell us anything about what you're about to play? This is your new.
It's the new
This is
single.
New single.
Yeah, it's a new single. I have not played it live very much yet, so I'm like,
Okay, so we're special.
I'm
We are
nervous
so
about
ready.
it. I'm nervous about it, but I hope that you guys like it. It's called Stronger Together, and I wrote it this summer, kind of in the period of time where I was like trying to figure out how to make this EP happen. The EP is coming out in May, and I kind of was feeling a little alone. Things weren't really working out, and I was like, man, I really feel like I can't do it all myself. And then the song came out, and it was like, yeah. You got to team up. You got
Stronger
to
together.
be stronger together. And what's cool about the song too, I'm going to be doing a music video in partnership with Whole Planet Foundation because
Fantastic.
the structure of their loans is they have like solidarity groups with the women, so the women have to come together in groups to receive their loans, and they kind of hold each other accountable. And
that's
like,
great.
if
That's
somebody
great.
can't pay their loan back, the other women like
Kinda
come together and help.
Right.
So it's about being stronger together. So it's really cool that it like tied in.
This is the theme song
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Yes.
So keep you guys posted when that's coming
Yes.
out. It's probably going to come out in May with the release too. So
Perfect.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
girl, we can't wait. Take
Strong
it away.
together with Shawnee Rose.
okay, might do it like this.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, honey.
Do you?
Okay. It's storm, it's cold, feels like there's no one to hold you, nowhere to go, just forward into the unknown. Ooh, I know it's bringing you down. Ooh, but you don't have to walk alone now. We'll do it together. I'll be by your side, stronger together. From the dark into the light, we're stronger, stronger, stronger together. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together. I know we're close. I see the fork in the road. Never felt like home till now. So come on, let's go. Ooh, I know it's bringing you down. Ooh, but you don't have to walk alone now. We'll do it together. I'll be by your side, stronger together. From the dark into the light, we're stronger, stronger, stronger together. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together. I'm your safety netting. You're my heart that keeps beating. And when we think we're falling, we'll catch each other always. We'll do it together. I'll be by your side. Stronger together. From the dark into the light. We'll do it together. I'll be by your side. Stronger together. From the dark into the light. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together. We're stronger, stronger, stronger together.
That's right, women. Stick together, ladies. Stick together.
Beautiful, beautiful.
you.
Now tell all our viewers how they can find everything about
Okay,
you.
I will. So the new single, the Stronger Together, that I just played, is on my website as a free download. So
Free, guys.
free
Did you
download.
hear that?
Yes, ShaniRose.com, SHANI, rose like the flower.com. And yeah, you just go straight there and it'll take you right to that free download. It's also on Spotify and iTunes right now. And all my social media is at Shani Rose Music. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
You guys don't go
YouTube.
to I Am Shani Rose,
No.
which I accidentally
No.
did do.
Don't do
I was
that.
gonna say.
Don't do that.
I was like, ooh, girl.
I was like, wow.
a lot of curves on that
I
one.
mean, I like butts, but
Yeah.
It's my other.
That's
no,
her
just
alter
this
kidding.
is her alter ego.
Yes, don't go there. ShaniRose.com, and then all the social media networks are at Shani Rose Music.
There we go.
Music is
Okay.
important.
Music.
And it tells
yeah.
the dates for your tour, correct?
Yes, dates for my tour. That's happening tomorrow. So it's the 10th through the 19th, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've got Texas people out there rooting for you and stuff.
Yeah,
Arizona, so show
sure.
up, people.
Please come. Yeah, guys, it's a free show at the Whole Foods. Great food, great music, and a great cause
Great
too.
cause.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and we are the Inside Noise Show, guys. Thanks for watching and having
Thank
fun
you,
with
guys.
us. Thank you to Curry for coming out.
Yes.
Thank you to Paula for helping us rule the
Yes,
world.
RicketyRack.com.
Thank you to Shani. Yes,
Thank you to
Rickety
you
Rack.
guys for having us.
You got it, girl.
Great.
We'll be here next week. Shani's gonna play us a little something something as we end.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful week.
Seems so simple. This love that we have, instead of boys and girls. But we get up, look out onto the little birds and the growing trees and all the things that keep us smiling. Do do do, do 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 do, do do do, do do do. And time goes by, it shuffles on like a deck, 'cause the magician says stop.